All right, Sam, this one's for you. So I'm on Google Classroom, and you'll see these buttons up here. First of all, there's the stream. This is where I leave daily updates and announcements for you. So you'll want to look at this every day to see if there's anything important you need to know. Next, you'll click on classwork. This is where you'll see the week's assignments. So I'll have the week listed, and then all of your assignments are here. For this week, I've given you a survey just to see what kind of work you want to do to show your learning moving forward. You can turn in your scholarships here, or you can choose to print them and take them up to the school to Mr. Harris. Each week you have an agenda, and it's basically a checklist of what you need to do for the entire week. So you'll want to look at this every day. Wait for it to load for a second here. So here is just a checklist of what you need to do this week for class. You're going to read and annotate an article, complete the claim and 3 most important quotes, attend class on Tuesdays at noon. You get extra credit points for that. And then as always, we do a weekly check-in. So really you just have to read an article and then pull out the claim and 3 important quotes. Online class is optional, like I said, but you do earn extra credit points for that. And the weekly check-in is just so that I know that you're doing okay, and so you can give me feedback if there's anything I can do to help you. So each week you will see that weekly agenda. Here's all of our assignments. Everything's right here for you. Next, if you scroll down, you'll see a late work section. This is only if you have late assignments. They're all here for you if you do. So you'll just simply click, do the assignment as usual, and hit that turn in button, and I'll be able to know if you've done it. And the last thing you'll see down here are resources. So you can see the previous week's agendas in case you need to go back and look at those. And we aren't doing IXL anymore or the research journal, so you can pretty much not worry about that. This is a video I made with some online learning tips that if you haven't watched, I would suggest you watch that. So this is really the main place. This classwork tab is where you're going to go, again, to look at the weekly agenda. You should look at that every day, and then work your way from top to bottom down the assignments. There are a couple other features you might not know about that I'll show you. You can click on people, and from here you can email your friends if you want to quickly just by clicking on them. And this guy here, if you click him, you can click on this calendar, and it'll list all of your assignments for the week and when they're due. So that's pretty helpful. The other thing, I know that you probably have all your classes on Google Classroom. You can choose to look at all your classes or just one class at a time. And you can go back to previous weeks. And if teachers have things posted upcoming, you can go there and see that. But this is this week's. And for me, this looks different than it will for you. I have all my classes on here. So this is more than just what you'll see for your class. Another feature, there's a to-do list. For me, it's going to be horrendous because it's going to show all my classes, all my assignments for all my students. So mine is crazy huge. These are all the things I need to grade or things that are being turned in late. This is why it's so important that you hit that turn in button, because I have all of this going on. And if you don't hit that turn in button, I really don't know if you've done it or not. So just to see things from my perspective, your list hopefully will be much shorter than this, but that's a nice feature for you to use. You can always go back to these 3 little bars here. We'll go back to our class. So again, just make sure that you're clicking on classwork and just working your way down and looking at this agenda every day. There's another thing too, if you need to go back to previous assignments, you have a folder. Mine is for everyone in the class, but yours, you'll see just your work here. So I'll show you what mine looks like if my internet decides to work. Basically, you'll see little file folders or individual assignments. So these are all the assignments that you guys have done this year. A lot of work. A lot of work. You should be super smart now, but you'll see your individual assignments here. So look at the stream every day for daily updates. Click on classwork every day. Look at that agenda, see what you need to do, and work your way down this list from top to bottom. If you need to reach out to anyone, you can do it quickly through here. Again, you have the calendar feature where you can look at all your classes or individual classes, and you also have a to-do list where you can see what assignments you need to do for all classes or just this class.